Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough with my new boat. So guys, if you checked out my last video, you saw the process of us going to look at the boat. We ended up test driving it that day and ended up paying a deposit and went and picked it up yesterday. I'm super stoked about this boat. It is a beautiful ride and I cannot wait to start filming out of it and get out on the water. There was a lot of you guys asking to do a boat walkthrough and I wanted to save it for a separate video because I wanted to go in depth and I didn't want to keep that video long. I wanted it to be short and just the process of us going to look at it and making the deal on it. So today I'm going to be doing a full walkthrough on everything on this boat and everything I plan on doing it in the future to get ready to hit the water and start fishing some tournaments. So guys, just like a typical boat walkthrough, I already have some of my stuff in here, but I'm gonna start from the very front of the boat and move all the way to the back, all the way to the motor. So stay tuned, I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. So guys, at the very front of the boat, I'm gonna start with the trolling motor. We have a 71 pound thrust motor guide on here at the moment. I've fished with motor guides a couple times on both of our other boats, and I'm making the switch to Minn Kota. So I already have the Minn Kota in my room, ready to go, rigging up a G-force handle, the G-force prop eliminator nut, and the stabilizer bar. I have all that in my room. This one is about to be off in a couple days, just waiting for the time to do it. So again, motor guide, 71 pound digital on here at the moment, but this will be replaced very soon. Front control panel is very simple. Navigational lights, trim, trolling motor plug. Recessed foot pedal tray. This is awesome. Never had one on my boat. I've used them before and they are sweet. So again, motor guide will be replaced with the Minn Kota fairly soon. So, but this is really cool. Makes it just more comfortable, makes it more compact, and makes just the whole boat and deck look cleaner. Moving over a little bit, we have this unit right here. It is a Gen 2 HDS10 Touch. It is a very sweet unit and super stoked about using it. On my previous boats, I've never had a good graph up front, and I'm really excited about having this. The touch control is just a lot easier to work and stuff like that. Has the card slot. Don't have a card in there, but this one's linked to the console, so it doesn't matter. Again, Gen 2 HDS10 Touch from Lowrance. Very sweet unit, and super stoked about getting some vertical fishing done in the summertime. So guys, this deck is huge. On each side we have these rod straps, or the rod buckles. Very convenient. Go back in on both sides. I'll start on the right side over here. This one is the tackle storage. And on the lid right here, you'll see we have these clips. These are clips for soft plastics. Got 4 of those, 4 clips each. So very convenient to hold your soft plastics that you're gonna be throwing throughout the day. Rather than just keeping them in your storage boxes down in the compartments, having to dig it out. Just flip the lid up, grab your plastics off that little clip thing, and you're ready to go. So here's where I plan on keeping my soft plastics. These are all my soft plastics, so I'll keep those right here. And up here is where I plan on keeping life jackets and stuff like that. This rod locker is huge. It is gigantic. I could sleep down in there if I wanted to, like no joke. It is huge, so I'm really excited about having a lot of room. Also, this will probably be co-anglers. Some room once we get the life jackets and net out and stuff like that. That'll just be empty space. All that will be on us or in the boat, so I'll have plenty of room for their storage or whatever they bring with them. At the back right here, this is the structure scan. LS1 for the graph at the console, but I'm not there yet, so I'll just hold off, but that's what that thing is if you're wondering. All right, moving over to the middle compartment. This is where I plan to keep all my hard tackle boxes. All my hard boxes, cranks, traps, jerk baits, stop waters, terminal tackle jigs, chatterbaits, spinner baits, buzz baits, all that kind of stuff. So again, this one's got the clip. This is probably gonna be the one I use the most just because it's in the dead center. This one's got 5 little clips on there. Actually no, 6, my bad. It's got 6 clips on there. But that's the front middle storage. Moving on to the back middle storage. This is an ice chest. Keep a couple drinks, some sandwiches, snacks, stuff like that. So got the plug in there. So that's the ice chest in the middle. And I like how this Champion has this middle storage. A lot of them don't have this middle box right here, so it's just open, but it's more deck space too. It's a little bit lower than the front deck, but it's still enough to keep you up. Moving over to the left rod locker. This one right here, the piston works, but the bracket right here ripped out. So that's one thing we're gonna replace. And anyways, this rod locker is huge, just like the one on the right, but this one has rod tubes in there. It has 13 slots for rods. 7 on top, 6 on the bottom. And then this holding tray right here for all the rods. But if you look under the rod slot, there's room up under there. So if you have any like extra rods and stuff that you won't use very much, but are just backups or techniques you don't think you're gonna use, we'll just slide those up under there. And then put the main techniques and stuff like that up on top so they're easy access and easy to get to. So again, this one has the clips on it, the bait clips. That will be soon replaced. Just gotta find the time to go find the bracket and, or not the bracket, but get the screws for them. So anyways, that is the front of the boat. That is the layout. Huge deck, big flipping deck, so plenty of room for 2 people or 3, just depending on what we'll be doing throughout the day. So super stoked about fishing on that for the most part. All right, I'm gonna move on to the back of the boat. It is a dual console, so my co-angler's definitely gonna appreciate that. The Bass Cat did not have dual consoles, so in that cold water fishing or cold weather fishing, they were not too happy. But anyways, dual console. I'll start on the dual side, the passenger side. A ton of room up under here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Huge, huge space. I can fit my drone case up under there, so I'm super excited about that. Here we go. Got the passenger storage, whatever, for phones, GoPros, that kind of thing. Important items up in here. Handle on the side right here. There's a strap for his co-angler's rods if we have any extras. We need more room. Put the reels down there, run the tips back there. That thing straps them down. This seat right here folds up and there's nothing there, so I honestly don't know why it does that. Maybe to clean it or get water out or something. Right here, this is a step for when you only have 2 people fishing or when you're actively fishing and not running across the lake. Has 2 cup holders on it and a hard step, so you're not tearing up your seat, you're stepping on that and not your leather seats. So flip this up, it's a 3rd seat, and then grab this handle, pull this out, and that's an ice chest. So it's got 2 ice chests on it, or 2 purposely ice chests. That seat goes back down. Same thing as the passenger seat. This thing folds up, there's nothing there. So this is the main control panel right here. This has the aerator, navigational lights, bilge, pump valves, accessory lights, power switch, and what I'm mostly excited about is the cigarette lighter, the car outlet. Our last boat had one, but it didn't work, so I can actively run a camera here, and you can see down there, there's another one right there with the actual plug in it. Cup holder, hot foot. Another big upgrade with this boat that I'm really excited about is the hydraulic steering. Has hydraulic steering and blinker trim, so it's easy access while you're running across the lake. Dash is really clean, and my favorite part of this boat probably is this unit right here. This is the Lowrance HDS10 Gen 2. It is a beautiful unit. I'll turn it on real quick. While that loads, another Livewell open and close switch, gear shift, good condition. Key slots right there, along with the, what's it called? Just totally went blank. Kill switch. How did I forget that word? That's the kill switch. Kill switch and key slot. Don't know what those little buttons are right there. They're just lights. But this thing is a beauty. I'll turn it on simulation mode really quick. This thing is awesome. Super stoked about using this. I really wanted to get into electronic fishing. You know, that's something that I really want to get good at this summer, is finding fish deep and be able to find schools offshore and go catch them. That's something that I really wanted to get into this year, and I can finally do it. I bought that 1198 that's inside, but I'm selling that unit because I didn't know the boat we were gonna get was gonna come with an HDS10. So again, this has all your features except for 3D. This is a Gen 2 unit, still works very well, and really neat display. So super excited about this. Y'all will definitely see a lot of electronic fishing and my advancements in fishing with these things. This is something I really want to get good at this summer because it's really key to be able to do in tournaments and stuff like that, is find fish that you can't just beat the bank with. Finding schools offshore is a huge key to pros' success. That's why they're so good, is because they have the ability and the knowledge with these electronics to be able to do that and feel confident about it. So right here on the back is one live well, 2 live wells. They're fairly decent size. I mean, I've seen bigger, but actually we should have a problem with this. I only catch small fish anyways. So those 2 live wells right there. This one has a plug, and I think that's because if you swamp the back of your boat, you don't have to worry about these compartments filling up with water. They'll drain out. So we'll use that as like tool storage and utility kind of stuff from that one. Maybe co-angler spot, there's space just in case. I'm not really sure how we're gonna have, how much more room we're gonna have once we start fishing co-anglers. So those are 2 extra storage compartments. Right here is our trolling motor batteries, and that's full of water, so I need to find a way to get that out. Anyways, 2 trolling motor batteries. Moving on to this side, we have our cranking battery, 1 boat battery. This old GPS puck right here is for an older Lowrance. Our Lowrance does not use this puck, but it's there. We don't want to take it off just because there will be a big hole and it'll just look bad. So, looks clean. Gas tank slot, oil, all this area, this transom area looks really clean. Got this big tube and the 2 big cables for the hydraulic steering. This one right here is the gas tank and the battery bank charger. Oil thing right there. This isn't the fun stuff, it's just what keeps you going on the lake. Anyways, battery outlet for the running lights. Again, here is the hydraulic steering C-Star. That is another huge upgrade, like I showed you up with the front steering wheel. Super excited about having this. That Bass Cat was just so hard to turn. It took every ounce of energy you had to get that thing to move. So this is super nice. It turns effortlessly and very, very smooth. Here's a look at the motor. It is a Yamaha V-Max 3.1 liter 225 motor. Beautiful, beautiful. This is something I was definitely looking forward to with a new boat. We had a lot of trouble with our Mercury, that 94 Mercury, and yes, it's an old motor, so you're gonna have problems with it. But I felt more comfortable getting a V-Max because of all the positive reviews and stuff like that of these age models. This is a 2003, so it's a little bit newer than that last one. It's 9 years newer than our old boat. Everything, the boat's a 2003 too. This is a nice addition to have, is the boat buckles into the trailer. They're built in, so you don't have separate pieces, whatever. Here's the motor toter. Might switch to the one that had the TH Marine one that slides over these 2 slots and stops it right here versus that one. That one's just a pain. It's huge. So I'm in love with this boat. This thing is freaking sweet, and I cannot wait to get out on the water with it. Again, it is a 2003 Champion 203. It is a 20-foot boat. It is a very, very slick ride. It is white. I'm not sure if you can tell, but this is navy. It's like a dark, dark navy. Beautiful colors, and super stoked about this boat. We have an engine cover in the mail. It says the same exact stuff as that does right there, but it's just a motor cover just to make it look cleaner and keep it from getting scratched up and stuff like that. So again, the only changes we are making on the boat is a few fixing things like the rod locker and stuff like that, adding a motor cover, and changing the trolling motor. That is one thing I'm excited about, but I mean, this thing will definitely get the job done, but I can sell this thing and buy a Minn Kota for about the same price, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because I like Minn Kotas a lot better. Mainly for the shaft, they're just a lot more indestructible, and it's hard to break those Minn Kotas. They run very, very well. So again, here's a look at the trailer and stuff like that. You can tell a lot more from the trailer that this is navy and not black. But keel guard up under the boat, got to mention that. But yeah, other than that, that is our new bass rig. I'm super blessed to be able to call this mine. And a huge shout out to my parents for putting this on the line and being able to make me fortunate enough to be able to experience this boat and stuff like that. It is beautiful, and I am super, super excited about shooting videos in this thing. Anyways, so this is my ride as of 2016. We picked it up June 2nd and went to look at it June 1st, and I am so excited. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm super excited about running this rig. We might do some additions in the future, but for now, this is plenty enough, and I'm super excited about running this rig. It is beautiful and can't wait to get it on the water. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. This is the ride I'll be pimping for 2016. Super stoked about it. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, we'll catch y'all next time.